So what does the Netflix show Adolescence suggest about the English education system? And what does it suggest about the complexities of being a young person today? So we were watching the show and picking out some key quotes. So do you want to explore those a little?
Two quotes that struck us were when a teacher says to a police officer of the children he's teaching, "These kids are impossible." Later in that same episode, this is episode 2, one of the police officers describes the school as being like a holding pen for the children. And we were struck by these quotes for a number of questions that these moments raise, but not least they raise questions around the extent to which schools do or don't care, the extent to which they may or may not be competent, the extent to which their ability to care is constrained by an increasingly punitive educational system and political scene, and so on and so forth. So these moments for us were very, very interesting because of the potentially rather bleak picture they painted of the broader political scene in which schools are operating. And then there's the issue of the complexities of young people's lives, which to our way of thinking is still an issue that's relevant to education, but it's something that's much broader than just schooling. And the show does raise issues about the ways in which young people's lives are being shaped by social media.
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the key episodes looks at some dialogue between the parents, and the father says, "You can't know what they're watching in their room, love. We couldn't do nothing about it. All kids are like that these days, aren't they?" And I think while he's engaging with a conversation with his wife, it's also a question to the audience in the sense of, is this the reality of all young people today? Being in their bedrooms, on their computers, having unsupervised access to the internet, and kind of questions and concerns about what kind of content they're engaging with, how long for, and what the role of parents are in terms of protecting them from those harms. But also it's kind of that process where they're kind of saying, we couldn't do anything about it. And so they feel really kind of lost or hopeless as part of that process. Like, how can you protect them from all of these unknowns online? And I suppose that raises real questions about, should we control children's access to the internet? What do we class as appropriate or inappropriate? How might we keep them safe online? And what are the roles of parents, but also schools, other educators, other people in the community in terms of ensuring that children are safe online? And is it about controlling, or is it about educating them about how to be safe online?
Whether you loved or hated the Netflix show Adolescence, why not study BA Education at the University of Bedfordshire, where you'll get to explore a range of issues like these.
So for example, you would study things relating to safeguarding and how we keep children safe from harm, looking at child psychology, digital technology and mental health.